Oh, dude, we're starting with Black Ops? That was definitely Black Ops, guys. That was absolutely bona fide Black Ops right there. That was right there, man. Dude, they're starting strong. All right.
Good evening. The Soviet Union is no more.
Okay.
Despite a potential for instability and
GWB
chaos,
right there. Bush.
these events clearly serve our national interest. Free from the specter of global conflict.
Fucking Colin Powell.
Today we celebrate the mystery of American renewal.
Wow.
Something's going on.
Whoa. Wait a second. This is campaign.
I figured if I stuck around hell long enough, I'd see the devil.
How's he look?
Is that Kurt Russell? Kind of looks like Kurt Russell.
The agency is compromised. We're being hunted from the inside.
Could be, yeah.
You don't have to trust me, Marshal. But it might be better if you do.
Hey, it's something you should see.
What the hell are we getting into? Don't trust anyone.
You broke into a CIA black site.
We got some movement. All right.
Things got complicated.
The red, white, and blue motorcycle.
May God continue to bless the United States of America.
That looks good, man. That are we back, boys? Is God back? I don't know why I'm actually hyped. That trailer was crazy. Holy shit. Like, that was a banger trailer to start with. Obviously no gameplay, but actually there was a few gameplay scenes. Like, the first person scenes were gameplay scenes. Dude, I don't know. Like, COD hasn't had a good campaign in a while. Like, a lot of times their campaigns are shit. The trailers are always hype. That's not true. That is, brother Darkshade, I can promise you that is not true. Dude, COD 5, COD 4, those were not hype trailers at all. Like, it was like snooze fest, man, for sure. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I'm hoping. I'm hyped. That was a banger start, though. Woo, man. All right, let's see it, baby. We're going into a banger right here, guys. Unironically, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 looked so good, I have to actually watch the direct right now. We're gonna go right on into it. Let's see. Let's see if the adage holds true. The sad Call of Duty boys saying, "Are we back, boys? Are we back?" Let's see if we are. Let's see if we are. Little mama, enjoy. We got lots of fun stuff for you. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Yep. First Gulf War, yeah. The trailer looked great. Like, the trailer actually excited me. Oh! Okay.
Hello and welcome to Treyarch in Los Angeles, and thanks for joining us today. We're excited to share what we've been working on for the past few years. For Black Ops 6, we really wanted to give ourselves the time to craft something truly great. This means we're delivering a new level of polish and innovation across all parts of the game. I've been working here for over 20 years, and I can
Translation. We screwed over the previous games over and over and over again, and we realized we have no choice but to actually make a good one right now, or we're sunk. I think that's what it is.
Tell you that we have something special on our hands with Black Ops 6.
We got no choice but to make an actually good game again.
Into our campaign and global
Hopefully.
innovations across the entire game.
Okay. It looks like they're trying to return back to form. Like, the feel of this is like old Black Ops.
We're taking players
like
to a
OG.
new but familiar era, the early 90s. In
Yep.
true signature Black Ops fashion, our story builds on real history, thrusting players into a conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the US government, branding anyone who resists as traitors and forcing players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that created them. The team has been meticulously crafting every aspect of this game to deliver the fun and attitude players expect from the Black Ops franchise.
Multiplayer is of course here and brings the Black Ops style and provides a playground for the brand new Omni movement system. New way to push beyond your limits.
Okay, let's see this.
And move like an action hero. You'll see a sneak peek of that later today. Round-based zombies is absolutely back and better than ever, and you can be sure it's full of surprises. With that, let's step into the mind-bending campaign experience we've been crafting with our partners at Raven.
Okay.
No turning back now.
Every Call of Duty player has a favorite campaign mission. When we set out to make Black Ops 6, we were focused on delivering missions so iconic that they stick in your memory long after.
Good. That's what we've been
That
missing.
action-packed blockbuster feel to every step of the narrative. We're giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
We can do this loud or quiet.
Yeah, play as Clinton himself.
The game is packed with unexpected moments of Black Ops mystery. It's a high-octane spy thriller where you're never sure who to trust and what's real. And it's all set against the backdrop of the early 90s. The Soviet Union was crumbling.
Timeline-wise, guys, basically, so I played the early Black Ops, and I know a bit about even the later ones. And I played through bits and pieces of even the newer ones that are generally not that great. This is basically like kind of like a direct sequel to Black Ops Cold War, and it is very, very clearly harkening back to Black Ops 2. It's like some of the same exact characters from Black Ops 2 are in this. So they're really, really, really going like trying to get back to like the better eras of this game series. So yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
After
Black Ops gets wacky, it does.
At the end of the Cold War. The U.S. is the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War was dominating headlines everywhere, and there was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time. When we talk about the Black Ops
Some
timeline,
fan favorite characters.
Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2, the aftermath of which has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
Something you should see.
Okay.
Black Ops 6 blends the rich and gritty history of previous franchise titles with bold new characters.
We're going back to actually good campaigns.
Veteran Frank Woods as our through line in our story. In this new chapter, we see a different side of Woods following his traumatic injury at the hands of Raul Menendez. He's been pulled from the field as he adjusts to a new role within the CIA, often behind a desk or on the other end of a radio. His protege is Troy Marshall, who's been making a name for himself in the field. Marshall is a reluctant leader driven by a strong moral compass. Marshall and Woods are working with another new face in Black Ops 6, CIA handler Jane Harrow. She's a born leader, fearless and brilliant, and helps manage their relationships within the agency.
Is she evil? CIA?
Woods' ability to operate in the shadows has always been hugely valuable to the CIA, whether they want to admit it or not. And Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make. But when an operation goes wrong, Woods and Marshall are suspended and ultimately forced to go rogue. They soon realize they have to trust each other to get to the bottom of what's going on. Without any of their usual resources, they have to build their own team, recruiting 2 exciting new characters in Felix Newman, a technical genius.
Exactly.
And Sabati Dumas, a mysterious assassin. With the end of the Cold War, these former enemies have become new allies. And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months, a former ally may have become a new enemy.
For the Black Ops single-player campaign, we prioritized mission variety
This is what I care
and
about.
unique experiences. Our goal was to offer players a wide variety of mission types, each crafted from the ground up. One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist at a casino. We aim to take players all over the world and immerse them in vastly different experiences. Within these missions, we wanted gameplay to unfold in multiple ways, giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Where we have different combat
That
styles.
wasn't Nixon though.
Conversation opportunities where you can
That was Reagan.
barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences. And we think you'll want
You're close,
replay
though.
levels to see them all.
This looks smooth, man. This actually looks smooth. Yeah.
We are excited to offer a variety of different enemy types in the campaign. The goal was to provide different challenges for the player. So whether they choose to go in guns blazing,
I want to wear the big Chungus armor.
or take a stealthier approach,
Line them up right, you can take them both down with one shot. Nice and quiet.
Nice diddles.
we've continued to push on what's possible in terms of how our enemy combatants behave. Your enemies will be relentless, constantly seeking to outmaneuver you throughout the levels. They'll cut off escape routes, push on players' location, and force them to think on their feet.
This is a bold statement because enemy AI has always been absolutely dog water in these games. Let's see.
We've created certain missions where we give you a high-level objective and a variety of ways to approach that objective. One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS. It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
That's cool.
People, they know we're coming.
I hope they go back to the movement system. I want to know what the movement system is like. 'Cause that looked interesting.
You'll find that some of our destinations have a startling contrast in look and feel as well. We have a mission that takes place in an opulent casino in Southern Europe.
That sounds fun.
It's unlike any past mission in Call of Duty. And what the player does in this space is totally unexpected. And another one of our missions we have set in the harsh tundra of northern Russia.
We are excited to offer an array of brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe. RCXD, Tranquilizer
Zoomies.
Trap, Adrenaline Stim, Homing Knife.
Ooh, that's fun.
Swapter,
The campaign is grounded within an expanded campaign hub called the Safe House. You might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold War.
Yeah.
But this time, we wanted to think a little bit more broadly about the environment. We chose to have our team's hub located in a more naturalistic setting. So, it's in an abandoned manor by an ocean cliffside. What's most unique is that it used to be a KGB black site, which was operational during the 50s and 60s.
That's cool.
This brings a lot of intrigue to the safe house and will allow players to explore and discover secrets from the past. The team is also bringing back the evidence board, which is still the centerpiece of the safe house experience, but with brand new upgrades. Players can view the campaign outline.
Yeah, can we actually use the board? That'd be nice.
And deeper insights into missions and analyze evidence collected
No worries,
throughout
buddy.
missions.
What does it say, please? Okay. Attacker.
Okay, the attacker comes in.
I'll go. 3, 2, 1, go.
That was sick.
Great.
That was sick.
I think we got it.
Okay, Omni movement.
Black
Here we
Ops
go.
6, our goal is to create a more connected experience that keeps players immersed across every single mode. We've pushed ourselves at every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black Ops experience for our players.
Let's see this.
Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty.
Right.
And with Black Ops 6, we're redefining movement.
One of the only really interesting parts about the newest games, honestly.
Across the entire game. For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops action hero with an entirely new global system we call Omni Movement.
Okay.
This unlocks the ability to move like never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive, and our enhanced supine prone in full 360 degrees range of motion.
Oh, interesting.
From the beginning, we started with, you can't do this thing, why? And then realized people actually move that way. What happens if we get rid of that construct? And then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint in any direction, then you can dive in any direction, you could slide in any direction, which then led to...
It always weirded me out that, like, the movement in freaking Max Payne 1 was better than the movement in certain parts of Call of Duty. Like, you could dive in any direction in Max Payne 1. Oh my god, it's not even close.
all the
Finally, they're catching up.
Everything else chaining together.
It's really been something that changes how you think and play the game, whether it's campaign, MP, or zombies. We truly believe that once you experience Omni Movement, there's no going back.
This does look pretty slick. This looks better than I expected,
We also
for
have
sure.
what we're calling intelligent movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing to perform various movements. These can be enabled in player options.
This makes
And they're
sense.
broken down into 3 categories: sprint assist, mantle assist, and crouch assist. And each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning.
Insert joke here about
Intelligent
aim
movement
assist.
really started with this idea that we want all players to
Right
focus
there.
on what they want to do and not how to
Such
do it.
an easy joke to make.
We want every player, regardless of skill level or input or experience with Call of Duty, to be able to engage with Omni Movement and live out their own action hero fantasy in Black Ops 6. We looked at other genres like racing games, where they have these great assist settings that can be turned on and off. Things like traction control or assisted braking.
It's actually a really good idea.
Love the idea of taking that thinking and applying it to our own movement options.
Making the
I don't
game
think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and
making the game more accessible than just for, like, you know, the most sweatiest of sweat lords is a very, very good thing, and something Call of Duty is needed for actual, like, literal generations. Yeah, you're happy they're adding it? Dude, I'm super happy. I'm super happy. Have you ever tried to play shooter games versus, like, anyone that's, like, really good at shooter games now? It's impossible, man. That thing's crazy. People are so good at shooters. Like, normal human beings like us that play more than just Call of Duty, it's like impossible to even remotely compete.
I encourage players to play around with
This is good.
combos of these settings to really dial in their preferred
Very
setting.
good, in fact.
Hit zones are regions on a character that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions, so now we can determine if that enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit. So world connectivity is this concept that players' movement and reactions are connected to the world based on their choices.
Okay.
A great example that really shines is a global feature we call corner slicing, where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically rotate in the direction.
It's a nice
that you're rounding
idea.
that
It's
corner.
actually a really good
And
idea.
Since it's dynamic, it'll be a bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We are constantly looking for opportunities to set the bar with movement and animations in Black Ops 6.
Big chungus. I want that armor. That's the armor I want.
Our team is super thrilled to show you the best looking characters that we've done. Through our process of photogrammetry, gear was acquired, scanned, and incorporated onto each of our operatives. For our faces, a dynamic real-time analysis of spontaneous performances was captured and processed to make every emotional, impactful moment true to actual life. We made sure to have special attention to the cuticles and make sure that they don't look like they're just freshly cut. There's dirt in between their nails.
Oh yeah, that's a
on
nice
their
detail.
palms as they're sweaty and running through situations that they're in. We're paying attention to every detail.
The thing that I'm most excited about is the number of new weapons from the era that we've added, which includes many that are brand new to the franchise. Our heroes are rogue operatives, and they operate outside the normal playbook. That means they're procuring gear by any means necessary, and that allowed us to pull a unique mix of weapons. We made sure to deliver dozens of unique attachments for every gun, and this allows the players to create a weapon to match any playstyle that you can
we have
imagine,
like?
all
It looks
while
like we're gonna
maintaining
have
the
more
feel and
customization
tone of the era.
I like that.
In Black Ops 6, we
That's a really good idea.
strive for striking that balance between real and hyper-real, but we want to ground our effects in realism. We find real-world reference so that we can match that motion, the weight, the timing, then riff off of that and create that hyper-real look that everybody has come to know and love from Call of Duty.
Minta, welcome. We missed you, Minta. How you doing? Hope you're doing great tonight, Minta. Yeah, we've been doing like this game actually looks good, Minta. Shockingly. It like, you know, it looks like they're learning from their past failures for sure. One thing that'll make the game far more realistic is that they don't have loading screens just like in God of War 2018. Yeah, exactly. Never played a COD campaign. I played a lot of the early COD campaigns, Mr. Lilly. And early COD was really actually quite cool. And then they like, you know, cut a lot of corners. They basically made like some of the campaigns like 5 hours long. Like it was really, really bad. So it looks like they're actually putting effort into it now, which is nice. Yeah, Minta, good to have you back, my friend.
The Black Ops 6 user
Miss
experience
ya,
is
my
all
friend.
about focusing players on what they need when they need it. And our in-game HUD
Finest
is no
hour,
different.
yeah.
From the mini-map to the ammo widget to in-game notifications, the Black Ops 6 HUD combines some of our best designs in a clean, streamlined experience.
Cash grab?
For the first time in Call of Duty, players
A lot of the newer CODs have been cash grabs. I'm hoping this is like, you know, hopefully turning the corner. We don't know, but hopefully. And welcome, Werewolf. We miss you. It's good to have you back, my friend. By the way, guys, turn your notifications back on. We have lots of fun stuff for you. And tomorrow is our charity stream. We're continuing with the charity stream for an amazing cause. So please hop in tomorrow at the beginning and the day after as well. It's for a great cause. We've already raised $645. And we're hoping to increase that amount. So any eyes, you know, telling your friends about the charity. It's a really, really good cause. And definitely want to shout that out a little bit. It is for It Gets Better, which directly helps the LGBTQ youth. It is extremely, extremely important. And absolutely.
will be able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs.
Good to see you. And also,
For
we're about to hit our
instance,
200th video
streamers
on
can choose a layout
YouTube.
Optimized
So get ready
the
for that,
setup.
guys.
Or maybe you want your HUD centered so you don't have to look away. Want to play hardcore anywhere? Or finally put the mini-map in the bottom left? Those are options as well.
Wow. We can
Not
move the
only does
HUD?
the HUD give players important status. It connects them to the
Dynamic
world
HUD is
and helps them
crazy.
feel rewarded for being
Finally.
awesome. As players track that elusive challenge or target their next level unlock, Black Ops 6 delivers an end-to-end experience from the lobby into combat and back, where player progress and achievement are celebrated in a big way.
We might be able to get the information about the monetization here. This is the big worry. This is always the worry with these games. Absolutely. We also did a lot of indie games last
Early
night.
on in Black Ops 6's
Menta and
development, we
Werewolf.
set a goal to make leveling and XP matter more than ever. Looking back through the Call of Duty and Black Ops catalog, there's a lot of love, both internally at Treyarch and that we see in our community, for how we used to handle prestige.
For how we did things in games that were better than our most recent games. Yep. Yeah, there we go. Let's go back to doing it well. Oh man, I love how this is the entire theme of Call of Duty this year. That's actually hilarious. And quite necessary.
Traditional prestige is back in Call of Duty with Black Ops 6.
Yeah, Minta, exactly.
The best from past Call of Duty.
Oh, you missed the big announcement, Minta? This is day one on Game Pass, which is a gigantic change. So I might actually be able to play this day one because I'll never buy this game. But, you know, just getting Game Pass, that I could do. That I could do.
Prestige systems and are going bigger and more rewarding than ever. Players who reach max player level will have the choice to enter Prestige, start fresh with relocked gear, and go through the leveling journey again. Black Ops 6 will have 10 Prestiges, each with a valuable set of rewards to earn and equip to peacock your status. Players who make it through Prestige 10 aren't done. Instead, they'll graduate into Prestige Master with 1,000 additional levels to climb through and a classified reward to uncover for anyone dedicated enough to make it all the way to the end. The full Prestige system is available on day one in Black Ops 6.
Okay. How much is it? My question, how much is it? What's the microtransaction? Please don't have bad microtransactions.
We know how many of our players look forward to multiplayer, and we will be providing a deep dive on it later in the year. For now, here's some insight into our development of Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Our vision since day one has been to craft an approachable and engaging step change of that signature Black Ops multiplayer experience. We focused on supporting 3 core playstyles for launch. Enforcers are the slayers who like to kill and stay on the move. Recon is all about intel and counter-intel play. And strategists are support players who throw their bodies at objectives for the win or focus on taking out enemy score streaks for the team.
Interesting. So they added like a little bit of like classes.
In multiplayer have been intentionally designed through that lens of supporting these play styles. And
interesting.
Of course, it wouldn't be a Black Ops game if you can't relive those action hero moments in theater mode, which we're happy to announce is returning with Black Ops 6. Now I said we're only getting a taste of MP today, but of course that means you're going to get some early details on maps.
We're happy to announce that we will be launching with 16 all-new MP maps. We've got 12 core 6v6 and 4 strike maps, which can be played as 6v6 or 2v2.
Okay.
What do players like? What do we know that they want? So we're back to our classic 3-lane maps. We've got fast, frenetic experiences, and we have that balance with more medium size, like better for hardcore pacing to keep the action flowing, but still have meaningful decisions for the player to make.
Oh, so because a lot of times with 3-lane maps, you lose a lot of decision making because a lot of the objectives are usually not on the side lanes, and you just have to run down the middle and you know, use only the side lanes for flanking, and that's literally it. X Defiant uses 3-lane maps for like pretty much almost all of their maps, and they feel pretty samey after a while. That's the big problem. Like, I hope there's verticality. I hope that they're doing a lot with, you know, it looks like they're doing the 3-lane system, but I hope they're doing a lot to like make it feel fresh in between those so-called 3 lanes. They have like a lot of 3 points and everything like that. I really hope so. I really, really hope so. Yeah, exactly. COD World War II drove you nuts with just small 3 lanes. Correct. Exactly.
Stories, and we have multiplayer taking place after the campaign, after you finish it. So don't want to get into too many spoilers there, but you'll experience some of those locations through the multiplayer lens.
We've covered a lot today, but couldn't leave you without giving you just one more thing.
Zombies. Well, there's no way the zombies' entire, like, you know, thingy can be worse than last year's debacle. There's no way. There's no way it could be worse. Vault Edition? Yeah, we're not going to do that. I'll probably get Game Pass.
Is back, and we're picking up the Dark Aether storyline where we left it. We're excited to announce that there will be 2 brand new maps available at launch, with a curated mix of fan-favorite features and new elements to discover. For those new to zombies, it's our unique take on the cooperative horde mode, where every map is packed full of powerful weapons and upgrades, deadly enemies, and tons of secrets to uncover. The legacy of zombies is incredibly important to Treyarch, and we are so proud of what the mode is bringing to players in Black Ops 6. As you've heard today, the innovations in movement systems will also be coming to zombies. Plus, there are many additional zombie-specific features, both new and returning. This is going to be a truly epic return for round-based zombies. Be on the lookout for more intel coming later this year.
Steph interviewed AB. Mark?
Now, we know we only gave you a little taste of multiplayer here today, so make sure to mark your calendars for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event at Call of Duty Next on August 28th. Make sure to stay tuned for details and watch your favorite streamers get hands-on Black Ops 6.
Let's
so
see.
you can be prepped and ready to jump into our MP beta and feel Omni movement for yourself. We'll be sharing so much more about Black Ops 6 in the coming months and look forward to seeing your reactions and your feedback from our open beta coming up this fall and into launch.
I think what we're going to do is look up the company Treyarch. I recognize the name, but I can't exactly remember what they've done before. Because I do know for sure that it is not the same company that made the most recent, like, you know how I'm comparing this game to last year's CoD, which was literally one of the worst CoDs ever made. It's last year's CoD was made by a completely different company. It was made by Infinity Ward. So this is made by Treyarch. I don't know what else Treyarch has made, so we're going to find out and check and see how it goes. Because, yeah, I'm very glad they changed developers. It's about time.
And it's not just about launch, because the team is already focused on delivering a ton of content in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about. Am I allowed to talk about Warzone yet?
No. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Our goal on Black Ops 6 was, and still is, to make something that is the best work we've ever done, and frankly, the most fun to play.
OG Tony Hawk?
We deconstructed all of our gameplay,
no way.
our systems, and content plans, and
I'm gonna look this
repeatedly
up.
asked how something could be better. In some cases, that led us to huge innovations like Omni Movement, where we're now allowing players to move how real people and operators move. In other cases, it led us back to some of our classic systems like Prestige. Then taking that classic system,
I'll look
through
them up
the
after
ringer
this.
and making updates and improvements. Across our weapons,
They seem
gear,
passionate.
operators, maps, and more, a huge push has been to hit the highest visual and audio fidelity possible. The campaign tells an all-new Black Ops story where you're forced to go rogue and
Enjoy
are being
your dinner,
hunted
my
by
friend.
the teams that trained you. On top of that, the team is really focused on mission and engagement variety.
I really hope so.
Multiplayer is a key ingredient in the DNA of Black Ops, and hope.
Because, like, remember, the last game, the last Call of Duty game, guys, do you know what score it got? What's the final score it got? Pretty much all told, even after the fixes. It's not before the fixes. Before the fixes, it was like 20%. After all the fixes, what is the top score this game got? Or average aggregate score? Just out of 100%. What do you guys think? I know the number. What do you think it was? It wasn't good. Hint, it was not good. 0? No, it wasn't a 0. 65? 65 would be one of the lowest scores for a COD game ever. It was actually 55. It was literally worse than that. Yeah. It was 55. And that is after the fixes. Yeah. Yeah, that is how far this entire thing had fallen. And that's why I'm actually looking into this, because I want to see if it gets better. You know, that's really why.
In the sneak peek,
that's really
it was
why.
clear that every single part of the MP game loop will be improved and better than ever.
My camera
From
keeps
movement
fucking up.
to shooting, to footsteps, to engagement systems, to death. And last but
Got all, like,
definitely
dark,
not least,
shadowy.
the triumphant return of round-based zombies. There is so much more to share across all 3
Move that
game
over
modes
here.
before the game officially launches on October 25th. On behalf of the entire team, we can't wait for you to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Gonna finish on zombie? Yeah. Okay. That looked good. That legitimately looked good.